I have an absolutely ginormous book haul for you guys today. It's massive. It's like a conglomeration of July, August, September and my birthday. So a while back I went to a charity shop and I bought 3 books there, and so I'm going to show you these books. The first one was Love in a Cold Climate by Nancy Mitford. This is basically The Great Gatsby, but English. And it's a cross between like Gatsby and Jane Austen. My godmother actually recommended it to me because she knows that I love that kind of civility thing, and it's about just social butterflies and all of that great stuff. And then I bought The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, which my English teacher has been telling me to read for a long time. She loves this book and I'm actually really excited because I thought when she said Sylvia Plath, I'd heard the name but I didn't know she was a modern writer, so I'm excited to read this. It's about a woman who works in an office and is just really lost, I think. And then I bought When She Woke by Hilary Jordan. This is a modern novel. It is a thriller and it is basically about this society where people have their skin colour to represent their crimes. So this girl called Hannah Payne is a red, and red means that she's murdered someone. So it says Hannah Payne is a red, her crime murder, and her victim says the state of Texas was her unborn child. I'm assuming it's something to do with abortion. That's what's in my head, but I don't know. But this seems really creepy and I can't wait to read it because I haven't read anything creepy in a while. Okay, so next I'm going to do the books that I bought in July. So from the works I bought Inferno by Dante, and it's basically an epic poem about this guy who travels to hell, and it's all about his journey to hell. It's beautiful and it was really cheap. But I actually think Andrew from Heavy Shells has this. I saw it in one of his hauls once and then I saw it in the works and I was like, I have to have it. It looks amazing. There's also little diagrams of like hell in there, which I think is really quite awesome. Something else that I bought from the works, I actually have the Shakespeare edition of this, but I bought Jane Austen, The Story of Her Life and Works. This is a huge hardback that is basically all about Jane Austen and the life of Jane Austen, and it's wonderful. There's even little pop-out sections which are awesome. They've got little nice little envelopes with stuff inside them, such as little documents and letters from Jane Austen herself. So yeah, I'm excited. I've read quite a bit of it, but yeah, I love Jane Austen, so it should be nice to delve into her past and have a look at all of the inspiration behind her stories. And finally, as you guys will have known, I had Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell on pre-order and it came through the post and I was just so happy and I can't wait to start reading it. I'm just so excited because I loved Eleanor and Park and I love Rainbow's writing and I just think she is incredible, and the fact that this is about internet people is even more appealing, so I'd love to see how she handles that because it's nice because I'm a YouTuber so I can relate to, I think the main character is called Kath, yes. So yes, I'm really excited to read this, I can't wait. So this next section is bookish things that aren't really books but are still bookish. My friend Abby for my birthday bought me these amazing pencils. The design on the box is so cute, it's got little foxes on it, and then there's little coloured pencils inside, which I love. So thank you, Abby, if you see this. They're from Paperchase, so I just love Paperchase. My friend Jess bought me these notepads for my birthday. They're both from Paperchase and they are just gorgeous. They've got elastic bands on both of them, which I really like because it keeps everything inside. But this one has got like a vintagey butterfly kind of design on it and it's got lined pages inside. And the other one is adorable. It's got ladybugs on it, which is so cute and I love it. And it's even got like a little pocket here that you can put stuff in, which is amazing, and I just love it. There's one in the back too. But yes, thank you Jess also if you're watching this, I love them so much. Whilst on holiday I bought these from this awesome shop in America called Marshall's, and They were really, really cheap. I think they were like $5 each. And oh my gosh, I just loved them so much, and I thought they looked really cool on my bookshelf, which they do, so that is a little side note one. Finally, I have this. This is a travel by book literary transport notepad. My auntie got this for me for my birthday, and it's the Great Gatsby version, so if you can see, it's got all of the places in the Great Gatsby, and it looks kind of like the London Tube sort of design. It's beautiful and I love it so much. It's just so gorgeous, and inside it's got a little ribbon and a little sort of description of what the whole travel by book thing is. I might read it actually. Travel by book, be transported. A good book transports the reader to another time or place, both real and imaginary. Novels are magical. Get on board a bus in the heart of the city and let yourself be carried away to a desert island, the moon, or back to 1885. Books, much like buses, are there for everyone. So that's really sweet, and it's like a little project that's been done for these notepads, but I love it. Now I'm going to get into the birthday haul. Now, bearing in mind, people don't ever know what to buy me for my birthday, so they always just buy me books. So there's quite a lot of these, but oh well. The first one is The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Bedore, and my friend Hattie bought me this. She loves this book. It's basically Alice in Wonderland, but modern and twisted. It looks so good. It says on the back, you think you know the true story of Alice in Wonderland, well, think again. It's kind of a twisted other way around. She was born in Wonderland, her parents were killed, and then she had to come to our world to hide, and then she gets to go back. So I'm really, really looking forward to reading this. Hattie has been nagging at me to read it forever. Then I have the Jane Austen Guide to Happily Ever After. My godmother bought me this book for my birthday because we have this thing where every birthday she buys me a Jane Austen-esque book. I have loads of them on my bookshelves, just filling them up, like the Jane Austen's Guide to Good Manners and How to Be Elizabeth Bennet, I think, and they're just all really, really lovely books. But it's like a tradition that we have, so she buys them for me because she was a person who first got me into Jane Austen, so it seems fitting. But this one is beautiful. I can't wait to read it actually because it's all about love, and let's be honest, I need all the help I can get when it comes to that. But it's got these wonderful pages that I've never, I mean, people have talked about them, but I've never seen them on a book before, and they look really old, which I really like. I don't know whether it's going to be a problem to turn the pages, but they just look really cool. So yes, I'm looking forward to reading that. My friend Izzy bought me a do-it-yourself Adventure Time journal. This is just the most awesome thing ever. It's like an adventure journal with colouring activities and little places for you to fill in all of your adventures, and it just looks so good, and I love Adventure Time so much. So this is going to be so much fun. I'm working out how I'm going to make this look as cool as possible, so thank you, Izzy. So for my birthday, my grandparents got me a book voucher for Waterstones, and I went into Waterstones and I bought 4 books, so these are the 4 books that I bought. The first one is Z by Teresa Ann Fowler. This is a book basically all about Zelda Fitzgerald, who was F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife, and for those of you who don't know, F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote The Great Gatsby, and he dedicated all of his books to Zelda, and she's just this infamous character that everybody sort of sees in the dedications to his books, but I don't really know much about her, and I really want to learn more. So I can't wait to read this. The second book I bought was The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared by Jonas Jonasson. Yes. This is a book with possibly the longest title I have ever seen on a book before, and it's basically what it says in the title. A 100-year-old man on his birthday gets into a room, everybody's thrown him a surprise party, and he runs away because he doesn't want to be there. Because he feels old, I'm assuming. But apparently this is really funny. I think Cecily's mum has read this, so I'm excited. It seems like a really funny sort of title, and I feel like it's going to be heartwarming. So the next book I bought was The Red House by Mark Haddon. Mark Haddon wrote The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, which I haven't read, but everybody says is amazing. So when I saw his name on the front, I was like, hey, that's that guy that wrote that book. This looks cool. And basically, this is just about a brother and a sister who have spent all of their time avoiding each other, and now, when their mum dies, they come together. Basically, they start to see ghosts everywhere of the people that they knew that died, and it just sounds really good. And finally, I bought The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. I've seen several people talking about this book and it sounds amazing. The back, the blurb, use the right word, it just grabbed me instantly. It basically says, a boat washes up on the shore of a remote lighthouse keeper's island. It holds a dead man and a crying baby. The only two islanders, Tom and his wife Izzy, are about to make a devastating decision. They break the rules and follow their hearts. What happens next will break yours. It's probably going to be sad, not gonna lie, but it looks amazing and so many people have said so many good things about it, so I can't wait to read it. So next I have a set of books that my brother bought me for my birthday. He basically is really bad at buying presents, and after my birthday he was like, so, I didn't get you a birthday present, I only got you a box of chocolates. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna let you run wild on the works. So he gave me his laptop and just went, you have a price limit, this is your price limit, buy what you want. And I was like, I love you so much. So these are the fruits of my brother letting me run wild on the works. The first thing I bought was Sense and Sensibility, the flipback version. I've never owned a flipback and I didn't know they existed until I saw them in the works, and they open up like this. How cool is that? Like, and they'll fit in a pocket. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on taking this with me when I go travelling. If I go somewhere where I know I'm going to be travelling loads, I'm going to take it and I'm going to read it whilst travelling, because it looks like it's going to be really easy to read whilst travelling. I mean, I don't know whether I'm going to get annoyed with the fact that you have to sort of flip the pages upwards, but I don't know. The pages are quite thin though, so... But the font's nice and big, so it'll be easy to read. But yes, so Sense and Sensibility has got this wonderful little cover on it as well, so... If you guys have been with me for a while, then you'll recognise these next two books. They're part of the Phoenix Poetry collection, and I have loads of them. I saw them in the works for 99p each, and I bought loads of them the first time, I think, maybe the second time I did a book haul. And I have got two new ones. I have John Donne's selected poems and Emily Dickinson's selected poems. The next book I bought was The Book Lover's Companion, which isn't actually a novel, it's more of a help guide to what you should read next. And basically it has sections with names of books. I think that one says Love in the Time of Cholera, yeah. And it has the published date, the amount of pages, synopsis, reader's opinion, discussion points for talking about it afterwards, which is really great for reviews, so this is a very good booktuber book, and background information and suggested companion books, which is really great because I love reading a book and then going to another book and reading something similar or something to do with that book, because it makes me feel like I've broadened my knowledge on that specific book and giving a better insight when I do reviews and things. So this contains over 200 titles, and I shall be delving into it to pick what books I'm going to read next at some point. The next thing isn't actually a book, it's a set of DVDs, but it's to do with books because it is great writers, and it's just like a documentary, I guess, about these writers here: H.G. Wells, James Joyce, Mark Twain, Jules Verne, Edgar Allan Poe, Ernest Hemingway and Charles Dickens. Not quite sure why they're all men. Don't have a problem with it, but because they're all awesome. But it says it explores the stories behind 7 of the finest writers who ever put pen to paper, and those who live themselves could provide the narrative to a bestseller. So it's basically just about all of these writers. There's like 6 DVDs in here. The next lot of books, and I'm going to say lot because they're all connected, is actually a series to a film that I recently saw. These books are the first 4 in the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare, and I'm a little bit behind at the times. I know everybody on BookTube has already read them, but I didn't really know whether I'd like them or not because I'm not a huge fan of the whole shadowhuntery sort of supernatural werewolf vampire thing, because I really didn't like Twilight that much. It was more the hype I didn't like, but anyway, I was a bit skeptical when I read the blurb. And I was like, don't know whether I'm going to read them. So I went to go see the film because my friend Hattie said it was amazing, and I really liked it. It was on offer, so I bought all 4 in a set, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading these because everybody's been raving about them for ages, and I feel like I now need to catch up and read them. Don't worry, I'm almost done. The last section of books is books that I bought with my birthday money. because I have nothing better to buy. Oh well. So I bought 2 trilogies with some of my birthday money, and the first trilogy was the Maze Runner trilogy, and it's by James Dashner. Everybody on BookTube loves to talk about this series. I've heard it mentioned so many times, but the real reason I bought it was because my friend Emma was like, you have to read this series, and I was like, okay, and Cecily was nagging me about it as well, but yes, I bought them because they were on offer and they look really good, and they say that if you like the Hunger Games you will like these, and I love the Hunger Games. On the subject of the Hunger Games, you guys might have noticed when I talk about the Hunger Games in tags and stuff like that, when I mention it and I want to have a book to hold up, I never have a physical copy because I first read them on my Kindle and they were the first ever books I bought on my Kindle, but now I actually have physical copies of them. So I bought these wonderful black versions with this lovely little Mockingjay symbol on them, and it changes colour and sort of shape ever so slightly each time on each book. And these are the modern, the newer copies, they're not the old ones. And I just thought they looked so awesome from the spine point of view and from the front, but they were beautiful, and I needed these hard copies in my life because I no longer want to be talking about the Hunger Games and not having anything to hold up. Whew, done. That is the end of my book haul. Thank God, I now need to find space to put all of these books on my shelves.